What was your best, worst birthday? Best birthday was my 18th. My dad and I flew to NYC for my birthday to see Spamalot. When we checked in, the hotel upgraded us to a 2-bedroom suite. One of my favorite memories of my dad is from that trip. It was close to midnight and we were at the Virgin Records store. I was running around and Dad was ready to go. I was upstairs and Dad finally found me, but he was on his way down the escalator. So he turned around and ran up the down escalator. No one on it at the time. He finally gets to the top and falls down, right in front of a large Japanese tourist group, who were quite obviously judging. Hi monsieur. The worst was first birthday after he passed. I had fun, but I don't remember it. In fact, I don't remember much for a few months after he passed. I don't remember about 4 months after my dad died. Terrible grief. My worst birthday was my 13th, when my drunk-ass mom cheated on my dad and left. Hi monsieur, haven't spoken to that woman in years. Best birthday was my 26th, when my boyfriend gave me a cheesecake and a kitten. Haha. We're waiting for your 39th birthday. My worst birthday was when I turned 16 and my family let me choose the restaurant we ate at. They then made fun of me for what I ordered and took turns telling old embarrassing stories about me. Then, while eating, a close friend of mine texted me that he's going to the hospital because he took a bunch of pills. My favorite was my 18th because my boyfriend got me a human-sized teddy bear. Didn't realize you replied to your own post and couldn't help thinking asterisk dude, read the room asterisk. My bad. I pressed send to start another sentence lol and thought, okay, I'll just make them separate. No one will notice. Best was 7 years old. I remember my dad grilling and eating cake outside. Had an aunt and uncle show up and they gave me cash. Worst was 2 of the monsieur-in-laws had birthday parties for Phil, which fell on my birthday. Not his birthday. Had to drive 2 hours both ways to celebrate somebody else's b-day. Your father grilled the cake. You've never had grilled cake. You've ne'er had silled grake. Ya ne'er have silled rook. Na your cave gilled rook. An re evacdelig, ecker. It was my 14th birthday and nobody in my family was around. My siblings were all out and my parents were on vacation. Neither my family nor my friends called or texted me a happy birthday. I called up 2 girls. Let's call them A and B. I was friends with, who also forgot it was my birthday. I asked them to a movie. So I walked about 3 miles and met up with them at a movie theater. I paid for all our tickets and I paid for all their food. So we got into the theater and girl A's boyfriend was there with his friend who girl B found attractive. They all started a conversation to which I was left out of. During the movie they only paid attention to the 2 guys. About halfway through the movie I walked off, unnoticed, of course, and I began walking home. Now broken, forgotten, I got to experience a 3-mile walk home at 9 p.m. in the pouring rain. Why did your family go on vacation without you? His name is Kevin. I can only say 2017 is my worst. My birthday is the 1st of May and no one invited me. May birthday gang. Mine's today. Feels weird. Edit. You wonderful, wonderful people. Happy May birthday for all when yours comes around. My brother died in a car accident. The 4th of December in the night. Till 11 p.m. The next day I was waked up by cops at 2 a.m. to ask me to confirm the identity of my dead brother. 2 days later my brother's girlfriend committed suicide. The day of my birthday. The funeral was only several days after the new year. I still severely suffer from this experience. Edit. Thank you for all the support, it means a lot. My 18th probably fits into both. Had probably my best birthday, having a good time with both friends and family. Definitely became my worst when after my birthday dinner my parents broke up after 20 years of marriage. They are still separated. Damn, they couldn't wait until the next day or something? Well, that sucks. At least I am not the only one. Years ago, my brother broke up with his girlfriend that was like a sister to me. Right the day before my birthday. Fast forward to 7/8 of a year later. After a few years of traveling around the world, I decide to go back to my country and celebrate my birthday with my family after all those years. And my brother decides to divorce. Huge family drama. Ended up celebrating alone with a bottle of wine, better than nothing. Eventually I did ask him if he was planning this shit around my birthday date. My 10th birthday. We were having a pool party at my house for my birthday. My birthday is during the summer when we were out of school, so not many people normally came to my birthday parties. That year I wanted all my friends there, and I had remained in better contact with them after we got out for summer break, so I had about 12 friends coming for the party. My mother was very abusive to me while I grew up, physically, verbally, and emotionally. She got stressed out about the party and wanting everything to look nice. I didn't help her as much as she wanted, so she sent me to my room. Monsieur, I wasn't allowed out of my room to see my friends. My mother told them to take my presents back home because I didn't deserve them. Monsieur, I didn't get to blow out the candles or have any cake. Everyone thought it was cruel to keep me in my room for the party. My mother was adamant that I was being punished for misbehavior. I cried and cried knowing I was missing my birthday party. After the party was over, I had to remain in my room. Monsieur, later that evening she told me that my gift was not having to clean up after the party was over. When you wish you could divorce your family. Very low contact for sure. Wow, your mother sounds like a piece of shit. Oh, this is easy. My birthday is in late Jan. In mid-deck, I called my best friend and said, okay, I need some help. I need you to throw me a surprise birthday party. His response was understandable. Dude, I don't think you understand how these work. Fast forward to the night of my birthday. I tell my girlfriend that my dad wants to take us out to dinner for my birthday. So I'll pick her up and then we'll go to my dad's place and then I'll go out to dinner. I arrive at the GF's place. She's about ready to go. And just before we get going, I propose. She says yes. We finally make it to my dad's house. I walk in and everyone yells surprise. I smile, look at my new fiancé, then address the crowd. Well, thank you for all coming. But I have some news. This is a surprise engagement party. And each one of you was picked to come by me. Single quote. Everyone was dumbfounded. My dad, my friend and I were the only ones who knew. It was perfect. Except for the neighbor who was supposed to be recording everything on the supplied camcorder. Fucked up and didn't hit record, oh well. Best birthday was one, and they've all gotten progressively worse since. Worst was a present from a really good friend of mine. It was from Lush and had really nice things for a bath. The thing is, I don't have a bathtub, and I told her this and the only thing she said was, but it was expensive. Sorry, English is not my first language. If it's bath bombs, those and the foam can go in the sink for a nice arm soak or foot soak. They're wonderful. Sorry, your friend didn't pay enough attention though. Sending you love. That's weird, today is my birthday. But I assume this will probably be the worst since I can't see my family or friends at all. Edit. Thank you guys for the replies, it means a lot. My wife hates going to the movies, so for my birthday one year she relented and took me to one I had been dying to see. This was all her idea, and when she told me what we were doing I was super excited. As we are pulling up to the theater she starts guilting me with, do you really want to go to see this? And guess what? We didn't. 2 years ago she was going to cook my favorite meal for me but put it off until the last minute. And so then made some bullshit excuse about how she had plans to take me and the kids out for dinner. We get all loaded up in the car and she says, where do you want to go? She had no plans. I was pissed, but I picked a place, but the wait was too long for her, so we fought and I ended up eating a bowl of Chex for my birthday dinner. She will make elaborate plans for anyone and everyone else's birthday, but when it comes to mine she uses it as an excuse to give me a big fuck you. Question: why, you still with her, dude? You deserve better than this. He has kids, that's probs why. Staying together for the kids isn't a great idea. Kids pick up on how much their parents hate each other and everyone ends up worse off. If she's acting out like this, the kids are going to pick up on it sooner or later. My 11th. Not only did my auntie die, but I got my period. This birthday was especially bad because in my country when someone dies it's incredibly common to stay with your entire family, extended family and family friends, and spend the entire week with their deceased body. Let's just say little me was a bit too shy to ask for a little female help. The hormones and mood switches were driving me crazy. 2020 was the perfect birthday for me. It was during lockdown, so I got to stay inside with my son and do nothing all day. See no one and just do my own thing. This might make sense, but it was my best and worst birthday. It's my 14th birthday and I invited most of my friends, but only 2 came to the party. I blew out the candles and both of them threw cake at my face and we ended up throwing cake at each other and laughing and smiling. After that we jumped into a pond and cleaned off and we raced back and forth seeing who could go across the pond the fastest. I was very sad that only 2 of my friends came, but it was still a lot of fun because they made it better. That took a wholesome turn. I think my best birthday was my 30th. Just a great party, loads of shots, a real good time. My worst birthday just happened approximately 2 weeks back. My fiancé, myself and our toddler were all down for the count with coronavirus. Not much of a party. At least we all recovered. Best was when I turned 7. My parents set up a spa birthday party for me. Paid a couple of my babysitters to run different stations to paint nails, make body glitter. It was the early aughts. Curl hair, etc. I adored my babysitters and loved beauty stuff, so I don't think it will ever be topped. I'd count my last one as the worst. I hosted a brunch that ended up being in the first major snowstorm of the year, so most of my friends canceled last minute. One friend showed up stumbling drunk, and blacked out briefly because there was a football game nearby that day. The same evening, my parents didn't want to celebrate with a dinner as I requested, and then were mad that I planned dinner with my brothers without the monsieur after said dinner. The dessert place I wanted had closed because of the storm, monsieur. Then I had to move us home early anyway, because I had a panic attack due to a friend yelling at me for not being at my apartment to pick up her keys and things she had left there in the morning. That one was a shit show. April 25th was my 50th. Thought it would be the pretty shitty considering my son's girlfriend baked me a beautiful cake. My son ordered us a magnificent seafood feast from a local place. My husband and mom had ordered some great gifts. I had no idea I was in for such a wonderful day. Worst. My 30th. January 2019. I got to spend the day with my mom, who was depressed because my sister's boyfriend had moved out because she cheated on him with his best friend. My dad, who was looking after my depressed mom, and my sister, who showed up for all of 10 minutes. Call me selfish, but I'd hoped for at least a little fussing over me on a major birthday. Compare that to my brother's 30th. My parents flew us all out to Canada from the UK to be at his huge surprise party. He lives in Toronto, and spend 2 weeks touring the country and hanging out with high monsieur. When your 30th birthday is spent with everyone around you moping because the guy your sister cheated on isn't living in the house anymore, it really doesn't do much for your self-esteem, monsieur. I know my parents aren't bad people, and I definitely know they feel bad about it, but it can't be undone. Sadly, I forgive them, but it still really hurt me. Edit. It also took over a year for my extended family to even notice that nothing happened for my 30th. It just completely passed them by. They said it was terrible and we needed to arrange a replacement celebration. Never happened. Edit 2. We're getting into therapy territory here. But ever since, I've hated the idea of going to people's birthday parties. I don't know if it comes off as self-centered, But over the year and a half since then, I've been to several birthday celebrations for family and family friends for their 40ths, 50ths, 60ths, etc. There's always this huge fuss. People giving speeches talking about how much they mean to everyone. Just people generally showing appreciation for said person and wanting to have a good time with the monsieur. Why didn't I get that? Why did nobody even notice that I didn't for over a year? I'd just like to be made a fuss of for a day. You know, I got sad from reading this. I'm so sorry for what happened. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.